Hey everybody, CVH here, and today we're going to be doing some gameplay on the ladder with a very interesting Battlemage deck, Wrothgar Forge Battlemage. This deck is actually built by Corey Milhouse, a friend of mine, and a frequent contributor to BetweenTheLanes.net. So anyone who knows Corey knows that he is a bit of a madman at times, and that's kind of what interests me about this deck. It's very different from anything you'd currently see on the ladder. I don't really know exactly how to analyze it because I haven't played this deck at all before, but as you can see we have a heavy emphasis on drawing into the Wrothgar Forges and utilizing them to the best of our abilities with a bunch of prophecies. It is worth noting, look at these crazy cards we're about to be playing in this list. He says this is one of the only decks that he's found consistent success with on the ladder this season, so I'm basically putting all of my trust in Corey Milhouse and hoping that this deck doesn't tank my ranking, but I just have to try it out. I had to record it for video, obviously. Even though we're top 50 and we risk tanking, I had to just give it a shot and see if we can win some games in a very unique fashion with this deck. I do want to point out one change though, and that is that I have taken out 3 copies of Brilliant Experiment, which he was playing, for the 3 copies of Desperate Conjuring. This is obviously a kind of a risky move, but on first analysis, I infrequently can net deck a deck 100%. I usually find something I want to change even on first glance without testing, and I know I should have tested it his way first. I fully anticipate him coming into the comments or yelling at me on my texts, like, I saw your recent video, why did you take out Brilliant Experiment? But we're going to test Desperate Conjuring because on first glance, I think it works very well with some of our weak statted dudes like Merchant's Camel, and of course the 5-drop Gratwood Ambushers, 6-drop Fate Weavers, 7-drop Dark Harvesters with poor stats. Obviously the Wrothgar Forge helps these cards immensely, but if we don't have the Forge up yet, an early Desperate Conjuring into something huge out of one of these prophecies can be pretty sick in my opinion. So maybe that gives us an alternate way to cheese some games out, but I can definitely see where Brilliant Experiment could be potentially useful. It looked to me as a flex spot, and I really want to test Conjuring in here. But if it doesn't work out, obviously we could just take it back to the experiments. But that's enough rambling since I don't know the deck that well yet. I'm just going to take it to the ladder, play some games, hopefully they're interesting, and hopefully we can take some wins. And as always, if you've enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, feel free to subscribe to the channel for more Elder Scrolls Legends gameplay, deck tech, strategy videos, all that good stuff. Follow my stream in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Here's some Wrothgar Forge Battlemage on the ladder. Alright, I think we actually keep Camel, especially if it's a monk, because we think it's more of a defensive slow deck. Probably control monk. Mundus Stone early against monks, definitely not bad. Very limited support removal in monk and mage.
The Night Mother will guide us.
Maybe we can just hold on to our ring charge, actually. Not really feeling the need to bring anything out right now. We could ring out the Camel next turn. That's control monk, alright. Maybe it's just Spider Worker, actually. Maybe it's just Spider Worker for something to do next turn. We could just play Mundus next turn and then play Fate Weaver the following turn. Fate Weaver works well with my Desperate Conjuring. Definitely don't want Ice Storm in this matchup. And Mundus is relatively efficient against control decks without purple or red, like I mentioned. It's those Shadowfen priests you have to watch out for.
For the Black Hat.
Now he's attacking, that's interesting. Alright, let's develop the Mundus.
For the Black Hat.
Wow, that's really aggressive. Lightning Bolt. Fired off the 3/6. I think it's reasonable enough. We should be taking care of the board too. Ironically, Ice Storm would not be bad here. Still not good enough, I think. I'm digging Camlorn, Sentinel, and Harpy. Harpy down the, more than likely the 2-2 there.
Be on your guard.
Lethal Guard. Regenerate. Not great. But it's just the beginning of our Munda Stone activations. Just the beginning. My main goal is to get enough time to be able to ring out Wrothgar Forge next turn without having to worry about things. Then once we get that online, the Raiding Party, the Fate Weaver, everything gets nuts. Our deck's really good if we have Forge and Munda Stone on the board, and we can live for an indefinite amount of time. It's kind of the dream.
Anasi finds it useful to use her enemy's strength against them.
Honestly, that could be a lot worse, right?
For the Black Hand.
He used Nasi before we had any wards on the board. Munda Stone could give us ward at any time, really. I have to make the call whether we have time for Forge, and I think we just do. I think I'm just going to play Forge, trade into that, hit for 1.
Fall before Anasi!
We already have a trade in the left. I think I'll just put this here, see how big it gets. It's not bad. Trade's up now. And it has a trade. Solid.
Just give me a name.
Just gonna try to aggro me down, huh? We do have Raiding Party, Harpy. Man, we have a good turn. Can already trade with that. I think I Raiding Party, but it's unlikely if the Nord gets big enough to kill the 5/5. It's not unlikely that it kills the 3/3s. Maybe we just do that and commit to harpying. Whether we'd harpy that. But this already blocks that, so I kind of just want to see if it gets big enough.
Armamora tests us. Time to fight.
It did not. Got breakthrough though. Oh yeah.
Stands fast.
Killing it. Maybe I let that hit me instead of giving him another contract. How bad is a contract for me? Could get ward 2 or charge.
See how they like someone who
Drain.
fights back.
Alright, not an amazing turn. But I think it's reasonable enough. We might wind up getting a good Ice Storm, actually.
It's nothing personal.
Fall before Anasi!
Be on your guard.
I'd really like to connect with this Drain for 5 this turn. He's letting me do it. That's interesting.
Time to fight.
So we can silence that if we want. And trade with that. I think that's good. Question is, do I just trade here and take the 5 drain, go up to 17 and say that's enough for now?
The forest will not suffer your presence.
That got drained too, so that's making me feel a little more comfortable. So yeah, I could burn like another Earthbone here, trade up with that, and then hit face, give him a card, but I have this drain potentially for next turn, but it's unlikely, right? It's unlikely that actually works out too well. And I'm not going to hit here in case I have to drain face with this 3-2, which is also somewhat unlikely. No great Conjuring Target. Yeah, we could have brought out an 8-drop this turn, but that seemed really risky against all those lethals. And we'd kind of squander the item we got off the Fate Weaver too if it was a good one. Manticora! Woo! So we can clear this with Ice Storm and then ring into Earthbone Spinner.
The day is mine.
Or we could just go for Dark Harvester Ring Conjuring, but that's... I don't know. I think I'd rather try to clear this board first, see what he does.
The day is mine.
Ice Storm has diminishing returns.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
Attack!
7/6 Earthbone with Regenerate, not bad. The long game definitely favors us. That's why he was trying to get aggressive. I like the line. Hopefully it doesn't pay off for him. Alright, let's Fate Weaver, I think.
So, it has been written.
I don't hate seeing another Drain. Do we actually want to guard? It makes it weak to Dawn's Wrath, but if he has any random charges in the deck...
We'll see how they like someone who fights back. Fires them
I think
all.
the attack for 1 is okay there. The 6 attack, if it goes through, will still only give him 1 extra card. And it'll drain for a lot, too.
You cannot hope to outrun destiny.
It's not a fortunate series of events. Alright, well, we can block that at least and Firebolt it down later. Let's go for the Dark Harvester. It does contest, but I think I'd rather just get a 9-drop here. And I wasn't thinking with those attacks, because now if we get a Naturomancer, it does give him a card, which is a pretty big bummer. But I think it's gotta be right to just Conjure here. Night Town Lord's good. Hey, it got guard, nice. It probably can kill it, but at least he can't Maroc it. If he Marocked my Night Town Lord, I'd be kind of upset. Let's just pass here. What if that had gotten charge? Good lord.
Your storm is no match for mine.
I can't compete with this man. He keeps drawing the spicy one-ofs. Do we do it again? We have like very few outs against that card. It's the biggest thing in his deck. Why do you have to draw it right after Maroc? It's not lethal. It would still die to a an Execute though. Is Desperate Conjuring even good? I mean, I am desperate. It's in the name, right? I feel like we should be playing it. I can't imagine it's ever that good though.
Elements, I summon thee.
Mundastone with this is actually kind of nice. That got charge. Daedric Dagger in charge? Sometimes? Wait, no, we can't get Daedric Dagger. We already got our item off that thing. Fair enough. Hit him back down to 26. Nah, I don't want to accidentally give him more cards. If we play more things next turn. At least we got guard on that. It's pretty sick and lethal on that. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass here. Very awkward situation. At least he already used Odoving. There is only one. And he close calls it back.
Yo, your storm.
Yo, pursue. There's a plan. There's always a plan.
Alright, we need another Ice Storm,
Just
boys.
give me
We
an
need a
A.
third Ice Storm. Or a Lightning Bolt. Or like a Harpy or something. Grab an Ambusher. If you get charged, you're really good. If you don't, we're gonna lose. But at least we can handle this board, right? Unfortunately, that side of the board kills me. Almost all the time. We could Fate Weaver. Is Fate Weaver better than Grab One Ambusher? If it gets charged, I also kill that. So I guess it's better.
So, it has been written.
Alright, you shield is solid. I can camel and try to find a Harpy. Found the harpy.
Sheol curse you!
Not dead this turn. And we're playing around Dawn's Wrath kinda well too.
I lurk in the shadows, waiting.
So raiding party seems like a pretty clear start to the turn.
Irma Mora tests us. Time to fight.
Well, if we also grab Wooden Firebolt, we can kill that.
There is plenty for all.
Oh, that's a beating. You hate to see that if you're astronomic. Oh. I mean, that was obviously the point. I could hit for 5 here and just make him trade for me if I want to turn up the pressure. I think it's reasonable enough.
Sheol curse you!
I could even try to keep that alive. Then I lose my Nord. I think he's gonna kill it anyway. With something else. Well, that's sad.
Time to fight.
Or at the worst, it could be like a jab or something. The jab on that is reassuring too, because I'm kind of worried about Dawn's Wrath, so if I get to keep this alive, like I don't really know what his answer is without Odiving. A 3-2 is honestly, against Control Mage it dies to everything, against Control
Let's go,
Monk it dies
then.
to relatively few
My
things.
time is precious.
Yeah, I wish I kept my charge, but there's no way to do that and try to keep this alive too, unfortunately. So I can camel first, or I could just swing, swing, swing.
Talos!
I have.
It almost kills him. The lightning bolt almost kills him. Just don't have the magic of this turn. But we can put him in range, so I think it's the take. It's unlikely he could kill me here. Improvised weapon, nice. Oh, guard is nice. Perhaps he's not nice. Can't put him in range if he jabs my Atro. Could just bolt that. That thing staying alive means I died to Tazcad. So yeah, I think I'm kind of forced into bolting that now. If he didn't have an answer for this lane last turn, it's unlikely he has one this turn. That's unfortunate, but I'm glad I have a bolt. I can't just rely on lethal again, that's absurd. That is not likely. Oh, there we go.
I lurk in the shadows, waiting.
These streets are mine! Let's go then.
This is a hell of a long game.
My time is precious.
If I fall, the hiss will replay me.
It's a pretty good pickup. I think we want to play this one first. Or do we want to suit both up? If we suit this up, I don't know. If we suit either up and it gets, if either of them get charged now, then yeah, we're increasing our odds. Because if either get charged and like 2 attack, we win. It's 1 attack, okay. Do I go for another cycle? What would I draw that I'd rather play instead of this?
There is plenty
Try to kill him
for
first.
all.
Drain, damn.
Fires of all we.
I guess I do it to kill. Just to try to kill him next turn. That drain on that was actually pretty sweet.
There's a plan. There's always a plan. None can challenge Khajiit.
No. Well, he has played all 3 executes, so this spider working with lethal is actually maybe gonna get there. And then maybe this 4-2 gets there too. There's a legitimate chance he has no answer for the 2 covered creatures in my shadow lane. And then I just win. Unless he heals twice, I guess. But then he has to kill both of these too. Because then the camel's the extra damage.
Might prove useful.
These streets are mine.
If I fall,
Ah, another guard. That's annoying.
I scale shadow.
So we have some lethal outs. Desperate Conjuring? Why is it Desperate Conjuring? Oh no.
By Hercine.
He's 1 off of killing me, apparently. Unless he has Tazcat. Wait, no, 1 off. What am I talking about? 3 off, excuse me. Still, Tazcat seems like the only card that really kills. I guess Crushing Blow, but we have seen no Crushing Blows, and we've seen most of his deck. Yeah, I think that was a situation in which it's very likely the Brilliant Experiment would have been better there. He could just have an answer for this. He has jabs left, right?
Behold my power.
1 jab left, 2 Manticores left. I don't think I can beat a Manticore without just getting the nuts. Oh, jeez. Oh, that was so close. Feels bad, man.
This was a worthy contest.
Man, that's a heartbreaker. That was a tough game. It's very likely that I made a mistake somewhere in there. That was an incredibly long game.